Here is the answer for day 2. Use the graphing calculator to solve this inequality. So on the graphing calculator, we would type the left-hand side in as y1 and the right-hand side in as y2. And then when it graphs, we want to see when that first graph is greater than the other one, meaning when is it higher than the other one. So let me bring the calculator into view. For y1, I've typed in that first expression. Notice the parentheses around the x minus 6, so the calculator knows that that's the denominator. And I've typed in the second one for y2. And push graph, and it's going to draw those. Now this is a very confusing graph. From this, I'm not sure that we can tell when the first graph that was drawn is higher than the second graph that was drawn. So one thing that's going to help us is to change the window settings. And on the y-axis, have it go from -5 to +5. Then when we press graph, it's going to be stretched a little more vertically. The next thing that we're going to do to help us is push y equals again and go down to where it says y3. And here we're going to perform a logical test between y1 and y2. Since we've told the calculator what y1 and y2 are as function rules, for y3, let's now type in y1 is greater than y2, which is what the original statement in the Bellwork said. To type that in, we push variables, which is the button on the screen, VARS. Then scroll over to Y variables and choose choice 1 function variables. Y1 is the first choice, so push enter. Now we want to put an is greater than symbol to match what was in the Bellwork. Inequality symbols are located in the test menu, which is the same button as the math key, but it's in blue ink. So push second, then math. And we want to choose choice 3, the is greater than symbol. Now we want to put y2. So you push variables, go over to y variables, function variables, and choice 2. So we've told the calculator what y1 is, we told the calculator what y2 is, and then we're telling the calculator we want to test when is y1 greater than y2. Now before I push graph, I want to talk about what this is going to do. This is going to tell us all of the x values for which y1 is greater than y2. And it's going to show us those x values by drawing a horizontal line at a height of +1. And it will draw a horizontal line at a height of 0 to be the x values for which y1 is not y2. This is called a logical test, and it gives only 2 outputs. It outputs 1 if the test is true, and it outputs 0 when the test is false. So let's push graph and take a look at it. Here comes that line crossing at +1. And there it starts up again. Right here is 1 on the y-axis. That line is at a height of 1. We were trying to solve the equation for x. So for what x values along the x-axis is that line drawn at a height of 1? We can see that it starts at -2 and extends to the left. So those values are x is less than -2. Let's record that on the screen. Or, notice that it started to draw the line over here at a height of 1. For what x value does that begin? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 6th mark. So it looks like whenever x is greater than 6, that the test that we perform outputted a 1, meaning that that test was true, that y1 was greater than y2. So x is greater than 6. Here is the solution to our inequality. Now we're asked to copy down some information. What did we put in for y1, y2, and y3? This was 5 divided by x minus 6. y2 was 3 divided by x plus 2. And y3 was y1 is greater than y2. Next, let's show the graph window. So the y-axis is right down the center, and the x-axis running across the middle. The x-axis is counting out to 10. My y-axis I had changed to only count to 5. There's a curve that crosses somewhere in this area. It looks like this. And another bit of curve that we can see over in this area. Down here there's a curve that kind of looks like it's crossing through -1. And it looks like this. And then there's a curve kind of positioned like this. For y3, we had done our logical test, and we got a horizontal line at a height of 1 that came across until it reached -2. Then the line was drawn down here at a height of 0. But when x equals 6, the line jumped back up here to a height of 1. So let me pull my calculator back into view, and you can compare my drawing to what's on the screen.